Hi guys, another mobility video today. I didn't do one last week, so it's good to be back. Today we're going to do a session to really focus on opening our hips. We'll just get started anyway. Okay, we're just going to go for a really basic warm-up to begin. Start moving at the hips, just going for hip circles. Now there's going to be quite a lot of really big movements that will stretch the inside of our hips. Or hip adductors. Really help if you're struggling with your squats at the moment, or your overhead squats, or I suppose if you're looking to try and get your side splits. Not something that I'm going to do in the near future, but if I was, I suppose this is what I'd be trying to do. And we'll just go shoulder circles as well. Okay, change directions. Good. So first sort of proper warm-up exercise we're going to go for is just a standard squat. So hands crossed or out in front. Push your knees out, butt back, down like that, your heels flat. Good. Okay, we'll just go for dynamic hamstring stretches. So toes pointed to begin, slightly out in front, hold and change. Okay, my toes pulled up. Feel that stretch in your calves a little bit more. Good. Okay, we're going to go into Cossack squats now. We'll start feet nice and wide. You're going to push over onto one side, keeping that heel flat, like this. Turn up. Now, if you really struggle with these, you might only be going down to there, feeling the stretch. That's fine. Good. Okay, last warm-up exercise. We're just going to go for dead bugs. So lying on our back, core pulled in, hands up like this, opposite arm and leg are coming up. Good. Okay, so we're just going to start with butterfly, sitting tall, hands on ankles, just gently pushing your knees down. And it's beginning to look as though gym's opening is a lot more imminent. I absolutely can't wait for that to happen. I think there will be changes once it does come around, but I've no doubt in saying that we're all going to be glad to get back to training. I just rock from side to side, transferring the pressure from one leg to the other. Good. Okay, now we're just going to push up into full squat mobilizer. We're going to hold this for a wee minute. Gently rock from side to side. You might feel a stretch through your ankles, you might feel it in your hips or in your quads. It's absolutely fine wherever it is. And if you're incorporating squats into your exercise routine, and they're a new exercise to you, they might feel a bit alien, you're not sure whether you're doing them right, this exercise is one of the best ways to just get comfortable with them, find your feet position, get your flexibility and strengthen some of the smaller muscles in and around your hips to handle being in this position. So yeah, if you're newly introduced squats to your program, I would say you should be doing this at least every time you work out anyway. Okay, now we're just going to go pulses, so you're pushing one leg out at a time. Really feel that stretch in there. Hold it for maybe about 2-3 seconds. 5 more. Good. Inside. Five more. And you can do this with hands as well, whatever's more comfortable to you. Good. Okay. Just want you to come into straddle now, so make sure you're sitting tall, feet out. And I don't want you to fold, I want you to hinge just as far as you can. Okay, just come to one side. Then slowly walk around to the other. Okay, back to the middle, sit tall, same thing, don't fold, hinge. See if you can get a little bit further. You can go hands on the ground or up like that, whichever feels more natural. Okay, this time instead of going straight to the other side, you're going elbows above knees or hands on feet and reaching over the top. Feel that stretch right down your back, right down your side. Good. And then come to the other side. Keep your chest open to the ceiling, don't cave in like that. Good. One last one for straddle now. We are just going to fold, so let your back round here. Still make sure you're sitting up tall to start with. Just walk your hands forward. You might feel this stretch down the length of your spine as opposed to just in your hips and hamstrings. Walk a little bit further. A little bit further again. Just keep gradually working in as you go. And slowly come out of that. Good. We'll go one more stretch and that'll be us. So we're just lying on our front in, I think it's called frog pose or hip opener. Let your knees just flay out to the side as far as you comfortably can, and then gently rock back and forth like so. Doesn't have to be a big movement, and this is quite an intense stretch. So just go at your own pace, take your time, don't rush it. And gradually try and work further down. So sometimes when people take up squats as well, tight hip adductors can be really detrimental to how they perform them. You'll see a lot of times with beginners, their knees cave in massively and they've got no sort of control over that. Most of the time it's down to just a lack of strength or a lack of neuromuscular pathways. They've not performed the exercise enough to be able to perform it right. But sometimes it can be tight hip adductors as well, pulling your knees in a little bit. So I always just think, as a point of covering all bases, to do the stretches as well as the accessory strengthening movements and the coaching. I always think at the moment in the coaching world, people seem to have one quick exercise that will fix every single technique fault, which is good a lot of the time. I've got no issues with it, but also it's a little bit one-dimensional. A lot of the time, if you've got a technique fault, coaching is what fixes it. Focusing on correcting that error, not performing a completely different exercise. But I suppose it's just because we live in an Instagram social media world where people want a soundbite and a quick fix rather than actually having to accept that the mistake's on them and they've got to improve it. Good. Just slowly come out of that. And chill. Well done.